Right, ebuso mo bibia kwa ban fambra 2K ni sem blossom o YouTube so say ebuso afọ yaba as usual. And some ahodo a ekoso e Ghana ase ne de beso mehwefo. Ene atiefo nya na ebuso no kase no. E ya de se Kelvin Taylor e de nsem bi aba betudwa. De okanyina so oni sisi wa so asi eye Afenyo Markin so pan yi. I don't know the open free no hodom. Minim say is it because say Afenyo Markin na so be NDC for out of time no. Eno ho bufuo na ma Kelvin na nsen wa sori a ono so e na so on twema Afenyo. No de okase bi so evidence. Na wacheche nyoma bi mu waka nsim bi a de oke nyina say not when say Afenyo Markin eye akwantu a wo tu koba ne visa kutani ni ade ade nyina say enye ne papa mu a Kelvin Taylor ba bi chiriba me atie sounds no say wo nyoma bi wo ho no ma Afenyo Markin say wo ye ni suma say properties bi wo no Ghana ase ene eye chese nyoma bi no ni nyina say yes enye ne kwan so no but oso osore no akwa parliament no two questions akese of vet na say no kan sema akese non de expose no obeye ne kese pa so e de ama no na bizu amede wo kese ne nsem nchi mu ase beko na akwa jisa nsem nya nchi mu e de aba meso so darma so nya subscribe mfa mamia na subscribe ya mam channel ne din e de 2K ni sem bloss me so me din ne kwam gentle.
We need to. The NPP as a political party is being led by a thief, and when I say a thief, I'm talking about Afenyo Markin. Okay? Afenyo Markin, he has been an old criminal, and I'll be exposing Afenyo Markin, eh? Where would him Afenyo Markin be? Busan say, Akrowa house. A dear fraud nana oyen woho. Afenyo Markin has been involved in visa fraud for years. Oh, say at the age of this, at the age of that, and I'm a top track, and I'm be a company. It's all a lie. Afenyo Markin has been involved in visa fraud for years. Switzerland. And anytime I say Musa Afenyo Markin say, Crower House, sa et fear hormono, a dear visa fraud and no yeno. All the things Nana Okakacham say at the age of 21, 22, and or talk we know. Afenyo Markin is a long time visa fraudster. Now, Switzerland, and as Swedish been on any visa fraud, it's been long and they've been doing it all these years. The guy's name is Pierre Jacquot. Pierre Jacquot. Afenyo Markin knows. I've gone and we have documents tracing as way back as 15 years. How Afenyo Markin, or not just Pierre Jacquot, came together. You see, even at a point, Afenyo Markin was locked up at Adabraka police station. Mumusa said, why? Afenyo Markin, he has been a game boy from day one. I also call school, 21 years no real school. He has been involved in gaming. Talking about fraud, visa fraud. Switzerland. Mesidi pana on any visa for a friend, Pierre Jacquot. Pierre Jacquot, visa fraud, Switzerland. A ho and a target no. Mr. Musa Afenyo Markin say, a day and they arrested no and then they call Adabraka police station. The docket is there. He should tell us why. So documents now says Sakogu Nima Amifie no. I have all the documents. And he said, Ubusa the questions about his life. He hides behind at the age of 21 and I'm be a company and I'm a multi-million-dollar contract is lying. Oh, see, I bet you years back, a car now or day. He has been involved in visa fraud for years. But I'll take my time and let you know who Afenyo Markin is. And as I speak to you today, he's still involved in visa fraud. Yes. Mr. Mumusa is a Crower House. What happened at Crower House? Mumusa say, a place that your friend, Adabraka police station. Then the maniko POI locking up there. I know sheho. Ye chain sheho. Onim Pierre Jacquot. One of the most craziest visa fraudsters around the world. Here at a point, Mamika Bibincho, Afenyo Markin, this is how he said he secured those monies. The companies no be no. He was calling banks and telling the banks to say a JA for and amano banks the number say on free for this amount of money. Mumusa Afenyo Markin say me boa. Afenyo Markin could call a bank because he did not have a financial strength for the money he wanted. Or to me, frere, no, I catch him say, I could phone a castle on frere or more. Now, or the Kufodi and Untina, not Canada Japan catch them say they wanted to make Afenyo Markin a minister, but because of Nyamba Binti, they could not make him a minister. Afenyo Markin is a hardened criminal. All these things were there. We didn't want to talk about it, but until he decided to let some people think, say, or no, or you clean, on Bokrono, on Yeri, we are going to make the world know who Afenyo Markin is. Mr. Mumusan said, does he know Pierre Jacqua? And Akrowa House, what was happening there? And Mumusan said, then he ended up at Adabraka police station. He was arrested. He almost got jailed. May the documents be sure the number of people Afenyo Markin Switzerland visa frauder will dupe omo. I am bringing this in because you see, Afenyo Markin or a diabolic individual. You started vetting, so what study BBI, and I'm coming to what happened in Parliament. You started vetting we. How many times now Afenyo Markin are apologizing to different people? Let me tell you, a fraudster is not scared to apologize. A fraudster does not care to apologize. So be a fraud, no bunipa. The easiest thing for that person to say is, I am sorry. Because they know that I'm sorry I am saying to you, you are going to let your guard down. You started very way. How many people na Afenyo Markin catch up and say, I am sorry? About 7 people. Why do you think every minute he says, I am sorry, he comes back to do the same thing? Because he sees you people, somewhere Jimmy. A fraudster, a catcher say, I am sorry. And to say, oh, dupe Oba online. And later telling the Oba, say, I am sorry, I don't know what happened. And the man, it is easy for him. Because the moment he tells you, I am sorry, you just let your guard down. And that is what he has done. And to say, go back to that and start saying, Afenyo Markin has apologized to Ablakwa. He has apologized to Ablakwa's wife. He has apologized to the clerk of parliament on the committee. Afenyo Markin has apologized to so many. Every single day he apologized, and it's easy. You know why it is easy? Because there's nothing attached to that. I am sorry. It is a game. It is a game to him. Afenyo Markin tomorrow will come to parliament again and say, I'm sorry. It is normal because he knows that what he's doing, he's going to do it again. So Obia Obu, and when somebody like Nanaba Namwa Ebejina Twitter can say Afenyo is a gentleman because Afenyo deliberately decided to destroy Okujato Ablakwa's marriage, deliberately decided to destroy Sam George's marriage. But Ohun said, oh yeah, because the damage he has done it. And because I'm sorry. If you see somebody like Nanaba Namwa, because Afenyo Markin is a gentleman. Nanaba Namwa, the kind of woman you to worry or money a boo more them. Ya buo mwa anopa na ya tokoko 1 cup na wanom osimi kunu dome enti sa ebro na okom no ya di koko 1 cup ne man ni refi. That is the kind of person Afenyo Markin is. And it will be to say Nana Bana will come on Twitter and say Afenyo is a gentleman. What did he do? He has apologized the 90th time. He has apologized the 20th time. Into your banner won yes smarter. Now I agree with former. You might think say Afenyo Markin, the sorry he says he means it. He does not mean any of them. That is the game he plays. Afenyo Markin can lie. And then the next day you say, oh, I am sorry I said this to you. He's just saying I'm sorry, but he knows the damage he has done. And I'm telling you, on Parliament way, every 2 weeks, Afenyo Markin will render an apology to somebody because that's the game to him. There's no attachment to it. And when you get, with all due respect, lazy brain girls like Nana Abamo, when they see this kind of actions, a man, are you not scared that one man can apologize in a week like 4 times? Are you not scared of that man? How do you end up saying he's a gentleman? You are the kind of woman, Bema to be the mokosha them, now wa molest mo, a break mo, a repimo. Adiachi no akoto mo kubakwama, no better social media say, such a gentleman. 2 days tabasa buoku, because you don't even understand the game he's playing with you. And that is what Afenyo Markin has been doing. I'm a man, I know what I'm talking about. Next week, he will come to Parliament. He will come and do what? Apologize for some stupid thing he has done. Listen, Afenyo Markin had an agenda. Obusa okuja to abla kwa nsema oka esati ani yire no. There was a deliberate attempt to destroy Oma Warrior. Yes. Okasetia Sam George and then yire no. There was a deliberate attempt to destroy their marriage. They know you need the whole. He knew what he was doing. He knew so oh I'm sorry madam. I'm sorry madam. It's easy for him to say I'm sorry. Real men find it difficult to put out I'm sorry because that sorry, if it does not come from a special place, it does not come out easily. When people use I'm sorry easily, there are people who are dangerous and you have to be careful about those people. And they say you having somebody in your life every single day, I love you, I love you, I love you. When they use the I love you without thinking about it, those people can harm you any day. The I love you and I am sorry should come from a special place, meaning I am not going to go back to that again. But you see, because foolish men and weak-minded girls begin say, this is how it should be. Obi Jimmy Hunde was say Obi, I am sorry. It is that is the time of weakness. I am promising you this. Afenyo Markin will come to Parliament next week. He will come and render an apology. And then he will go back home and come back and fool again. Because when we say, ye Jimmy. Now, when was summer issue of Parliament, Pierre Jacu, Mumusa Afenyo Markin say, does he know Pierre Jacu? Pierre Jacu. Me say visa fraud, Switzerland visa fraud. I have all the documents. We've been able to enter Switzerland. Afenyo Markin, we will let every Ghanaian know, say, or you're fraudster, or you're criminal. Go on his Twitter page and ask him, Afenyo Markin, do you know Pierre Jacu? Pierre Jacu. Have you been involved in Switzerland visa fraud? And then Agyapong catch him in one of his videos that they cannot make Afenyo Markin a minister because of some things that they know. Now let's come to Parliament, and it's got to do with a statement that an MP has made. Oma Ketia Zanetor Rawlings, ne papa JJ Rawlings, ex-president Rawlings, may he so rest in peace. Now let's go listen to the statement.
Is not to generate debate. I would want to remind the House that these are national heroes. Some are on our side, some are on their side. So let us be mindful how we react when it's our turn. Obviously, there will come a time that a statement will be made in honor of the hard work of former President Nkrumah, Liman, Jerry Rawlings, Professor Mills, and all. Let us, Mr. Speaker, let us focus on their contribution.
Doctor of Madras, sit down. Doctor of Madras, sit down.
It's me.
Doctor of Madras, sit down. Doctor of Madras, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence. Also, Papa Kunipa. Doctor of Madras, sit down. Doctor of Madras, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence. Also, Papa Kunipa. Doctor of Madras, sit down. Doctor of Madras, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence. Also, Papa Kunipa. Doctor of Madras, sit down. Doctor of Madras, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence. Also, Papa Kunipa. Doctor of Madras, sit down. Doctor of Madras, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence. Also, Papa Kunipa. Doctor of Madras, sit down. Doctor of Madras, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence on Sunday Papa Kunipa. Doctor of Medra, Doctor of Medra, sit down. Doctor of Medra, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence on Sunday Papa Kunipa. Doctor of Medra, Doctor of Medra, sit down. Doctor of Medra, sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence on Sunday Papa Kunipa.
So this is what happened in Parliament. Zanetor Rawlings, one of the finest politicians. Since Zanetor, era Parliament of Ghana, I am yet to hear anybody in Ghana say, this lady has insulted anybody in her delivery. She has never even insinuated in her delivery in Parliament about something. I am yet to hear. Since Rawlings, Zanetor Rawlings era Parliament, I am here. I'm yet. And I can say this on authority. NDC MPs are more Parliament in there. From the time of this lady era Parliament, on the other one of the MPs are conducting more exceptionally. When she's given the opportunity to speak, she does not insinuate. She does not even give low blows. She does not indirectly insult opponents. She has always been consistent and she has always delivered the facts. I am yet to hear anybody in Ghana politics, even during campaign, outside on the field, that people do all sort of things and say all sort of things. I'm still yet to hear anybody bring a tape out to say, Zanetor Rawlings, Rawlings, or ye MP no, and Sama Amine Didi Obi Atem. This lady, sorry, or Parliament, they were talking about heroes of Ghana.